Where are you going? You can't go up there. Your boy's being really silly. I'm coming back down. Crazy cat. Hey, good morning everybody. It's Brittany at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. And this is MaryAnn and Max Bobcats. Good morning, Karen. They have their morning zoomies going on. Oh my gosh. I should not be jumping off things like that. Thank you, everybody. It's good to be back. It has been a crazy first 2 days back. Sunday was a full volunteer day. Tons going on. And then yesterday was like all day hospital stuff. And it's my rehab day and my meds day. So crazy. Good morning, Noor. Well, there they go. Yep, that was M&M. Max and MaryAnn Bobcat. Actually, while I was gone, they moved from their lakeside enclosure over to this huge cage. I mean, you see that they just completely disappeared. They are where the cougar cubs used to live. That's where they were at when I first started here. And yes, they are loving it. I'm gonna be real quiet because I see Tom out. And I would love to show you one of our new Bobcats. I've said hi to her several times over the last 2 days. She's a very sweet old lady. Hi, Tom. Her first whole day here, she stayed in this den. But we've seen her out venturing several times now. Hi, lady. Can we come say hi to you? It's okay. There's Tom. Hi. So good morning, everybody. I'm going to talk very softly because I don't want to stress the little lady. Hi. You're okay. You can see she's very matted. She's a 19-year-old Bobcat that just came here from California. It's okay, lady. Yeah, see, that's what I was afraid of. Here, I'm gonna go. You stay right there. Oh, hi, everyone. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, I don't want her to feel like she has to jump and run. So maybe we move back a little bit. It's okay. It's also almost breakfast time, and she's a very good eater. And so I want her to enjoy breakfast. I don't want her to come running over to me and then realize I don't have food. We're still getting to know each other. The cougar cubs had moved over several enclosures quite a while ago, actually. I've been here 4 years, so they haven't been in this enclosure in probably 3 years. So that was sweet little Tom. She is one of the 4 new cats that came in late last week. I believe they actually got here on Saturday. And I have seen Mouser and I have seen Shiloh. Shiloh actually walked right up to me. Realized I didn't have food and then was like, never mind. But I have only caught a glimpse of Filmo from really far away, and then he runs immediately. There's my Lilly girl. What are you doing? Hi. There's my little girl. Hi. I see you still got that dread. Hi, Pumpkin. Oh, you gonna get me. That's good. That's a good girl. So this is Tiger Lily. Look at you in your full stance. You got rowdy neighbors. Max and MaryAnn are across from her as well. You still got that one big mat. I know, I was hoping it would fall off while I was gone. We gotta keep working at it. Don't we? Yeah, you got me. You got me good. When I first got back on property Sunday to volunteer, she came running, but she also jumped off of a den, and I'm like, you guys are too old to do that. You're so silly. I know, I didn't bring you anything. You's mad. You's mad. No breakfast yet. So Tiger Lily's 24. We believe Tom Tom is about 19. They're kind of neighbors. Lovey Bobcat is in between the two of them. I know. I always tell people if looks could kill, Lily would have killed everybody by now. She can shoot little daggers. Where you going? Where you going? Hi. So Kelowna and Dryden are over here as well, and they are also a little bit freaked out by Max and MaryAnn, because Max and MaryAnn are so frisky. You can see them still running in the background. This enclosure's been empty for, again, years, and so none of these older or shy bobcats seem to know what to do with these really wild, outgoing bobcats across the street. It's pretty silly. It's pretty silly. You guys are going crazy. This is Max and MaryAnn Bobcat again. They are literally, they have like a football field worth of an enclosure now, which is perfect for their high energy level. Yeah, bobcats are vicious. I mean, they are hardcore animals. That's why I love them so much. Tiger Lily's been in captivity her entire life, and she's still that fierce. It took me 4 years to make a friendship with her. That's what's so amazing about it. You guys are crazy. Crazy Bobs. Thank you so much for the donation, and hello everyone. Again, yes, I had an amazing amount of time off. I didn't even realize I needed it that bad. We were a couple days into our vacation, and I was like, I had this like epiphany of, wow, I really don't take enough time for self-care anymore. So I'm gonna try to be better about that so that I can be better for you guys and for all the cats. Yeah, so while I was gone for 10 days, and a lot happened, and it was hilarious because I was so afraid. I was actually like, my soul was crushed thinking that I was gonna miss seeing the Guatemala tigers arrive, which I still don't have an update on that officially. I hope it's soon, but it could be September, October. I really haven't had an update on it. But I was so afraid I was going to miss their arrival, and then the irony of it all is I missed 4 brand new cats coming in. So, oh well. I'm sort of like, maybe I should leave more often. We get more cats. Are you chasing me? There's Max Bobcat again. So I was going to just kind of move my cart a little bit around the corner here, and then we'll stop. I will try to show you guys Shiloh. I am not getting my hopes up for Filmo. I think he's going to be a real hard case to crack, kind of like Kelowna. That'll take a lot of time. But I have seen him out on his platform in his new enclosure. Filmo is a 3-year-old male bobcat that came in with Tom Tom, and Shiloh and Mouser, which is the Savannah cat. There's Zimba hanging out in his lockout. So they're still working on lockouts before feeding this morning. Hi, Zim Zim! And he's ready. So any of you that are brand new and have never watched a Big Cat Rescue live, they are, he is sitting in his feeding lockout because they're all waiting on breakfast. We feed every day between 8 and 9 a.m. And this little box that is extended off of his full enclosure that goes all the way back to that platform, this is just his feeding lockout. So they know that this is where the food is going to show up. So that's what he's waiting for. Nala's back there in hers as well. Very smart. They know their routine. And thank you to everybody who's sharing this. That really, really helps us reach new people on Facebook. The weather's actually really nice this morning, so I'm going to be quiet again because if Filmo is out, the only way we're going to catch a glimpse is if I'm quiet. There's Gilligan. Hi, Gilly. Good morning, sir. Gilligan's a Canada Lynx. You like your new neighbors? Oh, I hear Smalls behind me getting her zoomies going. Yep, there she goes. We'll walk over to her too. No, I have a feeling he's already in this big den. Pretty much he's out, I think, all night long, and then the first time he hears a golf cart or something come by, then he darts. Here's Frankie Bobcat, though. Oh, hi, cute boy. Everybody's very excited for breakfast. That's the saddest thing for captive cats. If they are born, bred, or raised in captivity, they can never go free. And so breakfast time becomes their absolute favorite time of the day. Yeah, I think Filmo, one of our new Bobcats, is in that den there. He does eat. From my understanding, all 4 cats are eating pretty well, but with Filmo, it's pretty much become common knowledge around here that you put the food down and you leave. So that's the least stressful way to feed him at this point. Everybody else has kind of been coming out and allowing us to either stick feed them, or actually 2 of them are eating in lockout, so. Me too. I'm so glad Carol was insistent on getting Frankie. He seems like a different cat from what they said he was gonna be. All right, so this enclosure over here is where Shiloh is. He came right out and up to me yesterday morning, but cats are cats and every day's different. He's living where Apollo was. Shiloh! Where's that big bobcat? They're really great at hiding too, and new cats love to climb the trees that we have, so I'm always looking up in the trees too. He likes this big den as well, but I have seen him out on top of the platforms too. Shiloh! Where's that big bobcat? I can't see him in there. So I've been trying to just give them plenty of time and space. If I see them, awesome. If I don't loiter too long, especially because we have many of our permanent residents that still love our attention. I see a Biscuit in the background. Nabisco, where are you going? Maybe if we come over here to Biscuit, Shiloh might come out. But I will keep trying to show you guys the new cats. I did get really beautiful photos of Tom Tom yesterday that I'll be sharing. Hi, bud. What are you doing? Mr. Biscuit? No, you don't want that. You don't want that. Yeah, good things for metal stabilizers, huh? Thank you, Elizabeth, for your donation. Him and Smalls are like notorious for trying to take my stabilizer. Oh, so mad it doesn't dispense food. Well, Deborah, I'm not sure if the new cats were used to people or not. We know Mouser definitely was. He's the Savannah cat. But all Bobcats are different. Yes, he is still a grabber. Yes, you are. You're so wild. Yeah, I personally don't know much about the facility the 4 new ones came from, whether they, had large tours or any of that kind of stuff. I honestly don't know. Just being a wild one. Yeah, Shiloh hasn't come out yet. I know, doesn't Nabisco look like he's still definitely in that like teenager stage. Oh, you know who else I should show you guys? Actually, there are 2 other cats. So lots of moves happened and 4 new cats arrived while I was gone. So Mrs. Claus used to be next door to Nabisco. And she is settling in up here in this front enclosure. So when you come out of the back gate for a tour, which is right there, Mrs. Claus is going to be the first one that you'd see. Mrs. But she has been also a little timid and shy in this new enclosure. She's a little bit closer to the gift shop and the parking lot, so she's hearing a lot more noise than I think she was. But she grew up in rehab, and there's highway noise over there, so I didn't think it'd be too bad for her. But not all cats like change. Some cats love change. Some just absolutely despise it. Hey, Miss. She could be in her tree too. She's been climbing this giant tree. Nope, don't see her up there today. Yep, this enclosure here is where, gosh, since I've started here over 4 years ago, Breezy Bobcat was over here when I first started. I don't think she's gonna come out for us. She's been more timid in the mornings, but then a lot more sociable in the evenings, so. But then Running Bear and Little White Dove lived in this enclosure for a long time, and then when she passed away, we had moved him, and then Frankie went into that enclosure, and then we moved him, and it sat empty for a while, and now it has Mrs. Claus. Let's go see if Smalls is still out being silly. Sorry, I'm showing you guys a bunch of what seems like empty enclosures today, but there's Biscuit again. But that is being, in the world of bobcats or cats in general, they do what they want. Smalls, what are you doing? Hi, I'll come around. It's kind of funny, there are people that have been out here for like 18 years and longer, and they'll talk about, I remember when that enclosure had this cat, and it's a cat I've never even heard of. Hi! Hi, Frisky. Hi, Frisky. Yeah. Nope, not that end. This is Smalls, Bobcat. Small girl, she's purring. Hey, purring. Yes. Everyone wants to touch the camera today. Everyone wants to touch the camera today. You and Biscuit have been talking. You guys have been talking today. Too funny. Good thing I know your tricks. I can hear her purring like crazy. So again, this is Smalls Bobcat, and if you guys are just joining or you've never watched us before, this is Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. We're an accredited sanctuary dedicated to rescuing big cats. We've got about 60 permanent residents on 67 acres. Actually surprised that my stabilizer held up. Usually that's when it'll start flipping around. And so I have actually had some really funny interactions with some of the cats since returning. So I'm noticing who actually is paying attention and was missing me versus the ones that could have cared less. Sunday when I was here to volunteer was just really, really silly. Kali followed me everywhere, non-stop chuffing. This one came running. Tiger Lily came running. Well, that's a squirrel up there. Being so silly. Flint was adorable. I cared for him for the first time coming back yesterday, and he jumped into that carrier before I could even set it on the floor. And the most interesting reaction I got was from Priya. Priya, pretty much, she's just kind of like, oh, you're just another person that feeds me. Like, there's never really been like a super special connection. I mean, she does chase me on my cart and stuff sometimes, but what are you doing, wild girl? But I was cleaning her on Sunday, and we always close the lockout doors in order to clean the lockout. She came running from the opposite side of the enclosure, jumped up onto the door of the lockout, and just roared. Like, I don't hear that girl roar. I hear her, you know, grumble and moan, and it was hilarious and scary, and then she just would not leave me alone. I got to the other side of the lake where Duchess is and was cleaning over there, and then she just started to swim and come all the way to the bridge, and then got Duchess all riled up. It was very entertaining. What are you doing up there? So silly. So silly. Yeah, it was scary because, you know, I've gotten used to Priya for several years now, basically just ignoring me. And my first day back, she let me have it. Bobby, this is Smalls the Bobcat. And my stabilizer and camera can't even keep up with her. All right, so the other cat that moved while I was gone, so you know that, let's go back out this way. You know that Mrs. Claus moved, and then Nabisco moved forward. So Nabisco's now officially on the tour path. Filmo moved behind him. Shiloh moved into that enclosure where Apollo is. And then I showed you at the beginning of this video, Max and MaryAnn moved into an enclosure that was empty for quite a long time. But the other cat that moved, I'm gonna go back to my cart so I can get us around a little bit faster. The other cat that moved was Beecher. Beecher's a Savannah cat, and he is now in the enclosure that Max and MaryAnn were in. So he's got the lakeside view with the awesome waterfall. I don't see Zukari out. Zukari is a serval that lives here. Zimba still patiently waiting on breakfast. It's coming, sweet boy. So Beecher now moved and has a huge enclosure, and then Mouser went into Beecher's old enclosure. So that's where we'll go first. We'll try to see if we can get our eyes on Mouser. He's one of the 4 new ones. I'm hoping that once Mouser comes out of his shell here that he'll be real chatty, because he's next door to Hutch. And Hutch and Beecher used to just chat it up. For those that were asking where the Cougar cubs went, well, they're 13 years old now, but we still call them cubs. But here's Aries, and there's Orion. They're currently separated for breakfast, though. And then Artemis is right there. Hi, baby girl. Manny is currently on funcation. There he is, creeping out. Hi, man. Are you still scaring your neighbor? So I guess we've discovered, oh, I see him back there, that if you think you can't find Mouser, he is underneath his den. But he has been spending time out as well. As soon as I saw Mouser, my first thought was that it looks like Diablo's face on Beecher's body. Hi, cute boy. Is that a real fun spot to hang out? I know, you've got a serious Jaguar across the street, huh? Hi. This is Mouser. Mouse, mouse. Afton got a really cute email from a caregiver that helped care for Mouser at the other facility, just full of ideas of enrichment that he likes, so that was very, very nice. Hi! Oh, are you gonna come say hi? Hi, cute boy! Oh, hi! I gotta zoom back out now, though. Here we go, and I've got your butt. Now the hard part with these new cats is figuring out if they show you their butt, if they're actually gonna spray you or not. Hi! First thing he started doing was eating grass. That seems to be the theme in this enclosure. Mouse, mouse, we're going. Back over to your grasses. Yep, back over to eat the grasses. It's a super fun Savannah cat thing to do in this enclosure. Super adorable. What is that big thing over there? I'm really not sure if I would assume, I mean, that facility had hundreds of big cats, so I would assume that Mouser has seen other big cats. But no one can deny how intimidating Manny is. Mr. Mouse. And all of these cats do have bio pages on our website, bigcatrescue.org/catbio. This is Mouser. I got a very big ball to play with. Yeah, hi, cute boy. Just eating all the grass. We're just eating all the grass. That grass is very good. Have you seen Hutch yet? Probably not. So the downfall right now is we're still trying to see, we have to do a couple little quick tests with Mouser to see if he can fit through 4x4 wire. So right now he's in 2x4 wire, which is only half of what Beecher's enclosure was. And so once we know for sure, we'll be able to adjust accordingly. They're just eating lots of grass. He also has Alethea as his neighbor. All the boys seem to really like Alethea, so I'm sure once he settles in. They just got here on Saturday, so sometimes it takes weeks or months for them to get used to all the different stuff. I mean, they came from California to Florida. That is a big difference. It was a very long car ride. Thank you to everybody who's helping answer questions. Really appreciate that. Now he's back to the tall grass. All right, you stay right there for breakfast. So that is Mouser. There's Mr. Manny prowling his 22,000 square foot Funcation enclosure. So I can't have come over here though and not said hi to Hutch. So we are gonna stop at Hutch. Then I'm gonna drive us around the corner and I'll show you guys Beecher and his new enclosure. That's probably where we'll wrap it up. Yesterday I did not sit at my desk one time. Got here before 7 a.m. and left after 8 p.m. Hutchie! So I have so much to catch up on. Tom Tom was one of the first cats I showed you guys today. So if you guys have, hi! If you guys have joined in late, you can rewatch all of these. I know, it's your feeding lockout. Come out. There we go. There we go. Yeah. I know, you tell Mouser that this is a good place to be. So, anyway, you can rewatch all of these lives at dailybigcat.com. I know. Silly boy. So Hutch is an African serval. That's Nikita roaring. Yeah, you hear hear Nikki? What's she saying? Rawr, rawr, rawr. I know. I agree. Big Cat Rescue is definitely a little slice of heaven for big cat lovers. If you know our mission, you know that we don't do any buying, selling, trading, breeding, or touching here. We are a true sanctuary for these cats. Most have been rescued from really bad situations or private ownership, pet ownership, where these guys are not meant to be pets, used in the entertainment industries, used for breeding for the pet industry and the cub petting industry. Goes on and on. When they come here, they get to just be themselves. They get fed, they get medical care, and they get absolutely loved by people like you. I moved from Ohio to get involved here. We have a ton of cameras around property too, so you can go to bigcatcams.com and you'll see an entire list of all the live cameras that we have on property. We have seen quite a few cats already today, and right now this is Hutch Serval making breakfast biscuits. Breakfast biscuits. Hi. I know, you're so silly. All right, let's get back on the cart here. And we'll go around and we'll see Beecher, but we have already seen Max and MaryAnn, Tom, Bobcat. We saw Zimba. We saw Tiger Lilly. We've seen Gilligan and Frankie. Smalls, Nabisco, both of them plotting to take my camera from me. We just saw Mouser and Hutch. And I have also explained all the cat moves that were taking place while I was gone. So again, you can rewatch this feed for all of that information. We've seen Manny, sneaky boy. All right. Oh, I always love this view in the morning. All the sun rays coming through. We've got swimming pools built and enclosures ready for whenever the Guatemala tigers can arrive. That's a rescue that's been being worked on for well over a year and a half at this point. It is very hard to get all that paperwork in line. So here we're going by Tom's enclosure again. Looks like she moved off that platform though. Oh, yep. Now she's in the grass. Hi, Tom. But they're on their way to feed, so I don't want to interrupt. There's Marie. Heading out to feed back, it looks like. Good morning. Marie does all of our amazing supporter videos along with Mary Lou. And I try really, really hard to submit stuff like that, but I run our Instagram account. And so I also need a lot of exclusive content for that as well. So it's hard for me to keep things separate. I guess people were complaining that they were seeing too much of the same thing on both Instagram and Facebook. So it's kind of why most of my stuff is staying on Instagram at this point. Where's that beach boy? So this is Beecher's new home. And it's a beauty. He's been enjoying it. I don't think anybody's seen him playing in the water or anything as of yet, but he's still so new to the enclosure, I don't really know where he prefers to hang out or not. You can see he has tons of new grasses. Oh, there he is. He's having breakfast. Hi, Beach. And he got fish, and fish is very bouncy, so it just kind of explodes all over the plate. So Beecher's having breakfast. Again, we feed every day here between 8 and 9 a.m. And the cats get a variety, and it's different every day. Some of the smaller cats, especially the Savannahs, really do like fish. Not so many of the big cats. They'll eat it, but like it's not their favorite. But chicken of all varieties, beef, pork, turkey, you name it, we've probably tried it, especially the older they get, the pickier they get. And again, if you want to learn about each and every one of the cats that lives here, you can go to bigcatrescue.org/catbio. And this is Beecher. He's a Savannah cat. We have quite a few Savannahs here now. We have King Tut and Beecher, Loki, Zimba. Now we have Mouser. And with all this jabbering I've been doing and all the driving and walking, I am so sorry I haven't really been watching the comments very closely today, but I know I have some amazing people in the comments that have been helping answer things for me, so I appreciate you. Yeah, of course, Diablo. Does anybody else think now that you've seen Mouser that it's like a Diablo face on a Beecher body? Because that's the first thing I thought. But I go back to my desk after these lives and I comb through the comments, and I try to do it again at the end of the day because I know some people rewatch and they still comment after it's not live anymore. So I do try to reach out to you and respond to you. It'll come to you as Big Cat Rescue. Beecher's gotten really good at being a clean plate boy. When he first arrived, he was very difficult to feed. Very, very picky, but we have found some of his favorites. Ooh, if you hear that roaring going on, that is Amanda. Amanda loves to scream at the keepers that feed her in the morning. Very, very scary. So thank you again to everybody that has been answering questions. We have seen tons of cats today. I showed you 2 of the 4 of our newest cats, and I tried to show you all the cats that have kind of moved around the sanctuary. I know that Jasmine Tiger went on our vacation, which she's on the Live Explore camera for that. I keep seeing somebody ask who was the cat that was moving when we drove by. I have no idea what you're referring to. If it was the one that sort of chased my cart a little bit and is a much bigger cat, that was Manny Jaguar. But I think I said that when I drove by. So you guys can always, again, rewatch this at dailybigcat.com. That's the YouTube channel where I actually have 2 playlists. I have GoPro videos that I've made, and then I have these live question and answer style walkabouts. And I'm gonna try, please don't hold me to this, I will certainly try if I ever have time to get out here a little bit more often in the evenings as well, when it cools down, especially as we get later in the year. The cats get a lot more active at night too. You're doing so good. All right, everybody. Well, thank you guys very, very much. Thank you so much to the 2 people that donated. It's amazing supporters like you are why we can keep rescuing these cats in need. And if you like these lives, make sure you set up your notifications to have Facebook let you know when we do go live. And you can do some research on these cats on our website, bigcatrescue.org. Every last piece. There are tons of videos on our main YouTube channel that show many of the big cats roaring. So just go to bigcattv.com. That is our main YouTube channel. And then all of kind of the live or unscripted stuff is at dailybigcat.com. All right, Beach Beach. So I will end this with a really pretty view of the lake. It's in the center of the sanctuary here. All right, I will see you guys again soon. Have a great day, everybody.